So I was driving past and thought I'd stop the car again just to show off more of the landscape. The hills in the distance just look stunning again, and this is more of the Uist crop here. It looks like it's predominantly oats to me, and it's fenced off. That's one of my personal pet peeves of the machair, is that they've had to fence off quite a bit of it. There was quite a lot of money originally for grants and things to pay for fencing, and it just doesn't look quite as nice as it would if it was wide open. Not everyone can do that. Some people need to fence their areas off so that they can have grazing at certain times, and that's fair enough. But I think it's been a bit of overkill over the whole spread of the machair, especially in areas where it's wide open plains. There's not really much of a need to have those areas fenced off, but that's just my own personal opinion. That doesn't have any bearing really on the conservation efforts that go on to the machair. So yep, this is just another plot of the machair, and on the other side, you'll meet the first of the enemy, is when you get these start creeping in. Now these are actually not in silage bales, these bags. They are just they've been cut, rolled up. They are probably going to get baled, I would imagine. I don't really understand how some people do have them rolled and some people do have them in silage bales and some people don't. That's something that I'll endeavour to find out. Another one of these things I'll need to try and post in the comments box. But yeah, it's a shame that this is the quickest and most efficient way, while also being the most damaging to the wildlife. I mean, even down here you can still make out quite a lot of clover and things in this field. So this isn't actually a machair plot, although it is right on the coast. Just beyond there is the sea where I was doing the earlier video. This is actually this field's just been grazed. It's probably too lumpy to crop, and it's probably too mobile to crop as well. I mean, you can barely see anything on the ground there. The soil will be really compacted and it'll be really held together by this grass, and that's the only way that the crofter's probably happy enough to manage it. It stops the erosion if you've got the grass roots holding it all together, so it makes sense in the long run to keep this as a grazed field. You do see just there, just in the middle of the shot now, is a shrine. These things crop up in South Uist. They're everywhere in funny places that I don't know who put them up or who gave permission, and I'm actually too polite to ask, to be honest. I don't really want the crofters to be offended when I'm asking all these silly religious questions to them. But that's just another one of the ways that modernisation's creeping into the game now, with these bales in the middle of this field, and it's a runaway train. Will be very unlikely to be able to stop it. You can only pay so much money and get so much in return before you have to say, maybe we should just let this one go, lose this fight, but carry on the war. And that's the way that I think that the conservation effort's going to have to go. Unfortunately, you can't compare this much work taking you 2 or 3 hours in an afternoon to cut a field to get these bales to a month's worth of worrying and depending on the good weather to get the stacks done. Although the stacks themselves look absolutely stunning, and visually I would much prefer to see those. I do understand now, having made my own stacks, helping with the RSPB stacks, the challenges that the crofters do face. So it's certainly one war that I think we'll have to lose this battle, but carry on the war.